Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. I am so excited about being here. I love this show for so many reasons, and I'm ecstatic about being alive during these times. My entire weekend, every time I say I'm going to do some work, I'm excited about the news, what has happened with Vice President Harris is running for president now as a woman. I'm just excited about the idea of having a qualified woman in the White House. We can add she's a woman of color. We can add she's Asian descent. We can add she's HBCU. We can add she's Divine Nine. But what we'll add first is that she is qualified. I want to talk about that, but that's not why you're here. Because you're here because this show is about super aging, getting older without getting old. And you're talking about feeling rejuvenated. I am simply rejuvenated. The world is rejuvenated. Young people already have energy. But my age group, I tell you, it's like we got a shot in the arm. I'll be 82 Friday. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Friday, August 2nd. You can count on me. If the Lord let me see that day, I'll be 82 years old. And I'm so happy. That's why I think God put it on my mind, put it on my heart, gave me thoughts and things to say to do this show. I don't know these people. They don't know me. But I do like the super aging. I do like getting older without getting old. And one of the things let me tell you something else. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh, let me tell you this. So I asked the Lord, what's our topic going to be today? And I wasn't sure. But this paper fell out of my notebook. Let me put it up here. That fell out of my notebook. Why are we so lonely? And I said, you know what? I think I've done that before, but I'm gonna let me just think about that. I think I might do that to myself. And then I was sitting and I heard the TV. I said, oh, it's Tamron. Tamron is on. Let me see what she's talking about. What do you think her show was about today? What do you think her show would be about today? Why are you lonely? I almost fell out of my chair. I said, there's no such thing as coincidence. That was the confirmation that God gave me to do this show again. Because when I bring a message, it is not for Georgianne. It's for somebody on the other side of the screen. And somebody on the other side of the screen is thinking about being lonely and not thinking about it in a positive way. That I know, I hear. That's what I hear. And so I need to get on here and talk about the whole loneliness thing. And now being alone is one thing. Loneliness is another thing. So let me just give you my notes. Let me give you first the definition of loneliness. Loneliness, first, I'm not a therapist. So, I'm Georgianne, sharing experience, talking from what the Lord asked me to say to you, to that person that's thinking about doing something crazy because you're lonely. Listen to me now. Loneliness. Though our need to connect is innate, which is true. There's a need to connect. That's all part of what God put in our system. Many of us frequently feel alone. Loneliness is the state of distress or discomfort that results when one perceives a gap between one's desires for social connection and actual experience of it. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. Loneliness is the state of distress or discomfort that results when one perceives a gap between one's desire for social connection, you really want to be with somebody, and actual experiencing of it, you're not with anybody. You're just alone. You're all by yourself. So I'm going to tell you who I read. This woman. I'm going to talk from Gretchen Rubin. Gretchen Rubin. She wrote 7 types of loneliness and why it matters. 7 types of loneliness and why it matters. Well, before I give the 7 types, I'm going to let you know that for a happy life, people need intimate bonds. People need intimate bonds. And where did it start? Where it started, I have a combination here with Tamron, what they said on Tamron's show and what is written here in my own personal. Hunter-gatherers, we were hunter-gatherers. back in the day, people moved in groups, and we were hunters and gatherers. And in the hunter and gatherer days, we relied on each other. We trusted the group. So we were together. We were nomadically moving around, making our way as humanoids. And so we were hunter gatherers. And so there was a connection. It's a connection, but now that loneliness thing comes in when you feel isolated. And so one of the notes that came off of Tamron's show was, well, the body, when you're hungry, the body gets a signal and sends the brain sends it all back, and the body says, I'm hungry. And it sends a message that says, I need food. Well, according to, it was the Surgeon General of the United States, I didn't write all that down. Anyway, he was on Tamron's show. And he said the body does the same thing. When it's lonely, it sends a signal that they need people. So when you're lonely, you need people. You need people because that is innate in us. We are hunters and gatherers. It's just an innate something we have to have somebody around, some kind of group, some kind of person, some kind of something. And according to on Tamron's show, there's something, dementia comes more with isolation. So that made me really sit up because, being 82, grateful to be where I am. But I have some friends that are suffering from the beginning of dementia or all the way into it. And I watched somebody close to me with the dementia. I think it's isolation. I can see where isolation, we don't have anything to connect with to help all this. What do we learn? What do we know? What do we say? What do we say on my show all the time? This controls this. This, you got to tell this. I got friends. I can talk. I got this one. I can call that one. I can have interaction. The brain needs to know all of that. Because the brain shuts down. If it doesn't have a use, then figure out what you need it for. It just, it starts shutting down. And so, the body is saying, it's giving the signal that you need people. Just like it signals when you need food, it signals when you need people. And then we also have to be careful with the people isolate themselves and feel that isolation, that suicide word, that S word. I'm trying to talk to somebody on the other side of the screen, because you feel like I'm alone, nobody wants me. You got all these things you have told, you said all that. You put all that up here, and so it says, okay, let me do some harm to myself. No. Go find some help. Go get some therapy. Go find some help. Get someone to help you. Talk to somebody. Talk to your closest friend. Find somebody and speak with them and tell them. Get some help. Go to the nearest, call 911. They have numbers you can call for therapy. I'm going to put her information in here, Gretchen Rubin, and I'm going to see if there's a number. But listen, it's a suicide hotline. I'm pretty sure it is on the internet. But I need for you to understand this loneliness thing, this isolation thing is something you told yourself. You told yourself. And this whole thing about self-esteem, I'm so glad we've gotten away from sizes. There was a time when all this and not having teeth, but cancer, But anyway, not having the right hair, or cause my hair is gone. And all that. We don't have those rules and regulations anymore. That's a different standard of beauty. Guess what that standard of beauty is? Is you. The standard of beauty is you. Everybody individually has a standard of beauty. It's your standard of beauty. It's not the magazines anymore. You notice that when I went to try to be a plus size model, because I was a thin model up in Canada now. I was a model up in Canada. But and as time went on and want to go back to it, I had a little meat on the bones, where they weren't doing meat on the bones, but they are now. Plus size people are doing well. I think it's great. And this whole self-esteem thing, I don't need you to be lonely because of self-esteem. I need you to look in the mirror and say, oh, where is it? Y'all know I got it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror. Who going in the casket with you? That's the person in the mirror. Okay, so you're not trying to get in the casket. Ain't nobody else going, so why you need all those people's opinion? One opinion. There you go. That person. That's the opinion. All right? And so I need you to, it's easy. It's hard. It's very difficult. I know it's very difficult for you, but you got to stop and think about yourself. Think about your family, think about your loved ones and the friends. I'll go make some new friends, go to a new city, go to a new job. You say, that's easy. That's not easy. Yes, it is. This, what? This controls everything. You tell yourself, I want. And you say it enough, it will come. I want, it'll come. I want. But it's a concentrated thing. The job will come, whatever that job is. Or start a job, start a business, do it. Get yourself involved. I'm telling you, it's somebody over here that needs this. You need me to talk to you. You need me to talk to you. And so let's go to 7 types of loneliness and why it matters. These are not my thoughts. I give credit to people when I like them. So the key points. For a happy life, people need intimate bonds to be able to confide in others, feel like they belong, and give and get support. Listen, you need friends. You need people to talk to. Family members. Some families are just friends with each other. I think it's pretty good because they can trust each other. They've been knowing each other. What goes on in the family stays in the family. It's hard to have people outside of the family. I understand that. Listen, the blood is still running in my back. Recent blood. And some is old. It's credit back there. Credit. Still dripping, okay? Because I understand being stabbed in the back. You know. You live long enough, baby. It's coming. You ain't had it yet? Just keep living. But you got to get over it. You got to get over it. You got to bless those people. The Bible says to bless them. I got more. I speak to as many friends as I do frenemies. Hell yeah. You think I don't know who my frenemies are? They're friends with me, but they're really my enemies. I know they are. But I still talk to them. If they call me, I answer the phone. If they ask something, I'll do it for them. Because that's them. They the one got the problem. I don't have the problem. I know you're my frenemy. I got that. You got to know them. Why are you gonna get all swollen up and get mad and roll your eyes and all that? God doesn't like that. You gotta answer above. So you just bless them. That don't mean you got to run behind them, but you just bless them. And so the next thing it says, while desired solitude feels peaceful, creative, and restorative, loneliness feels draining, distracting, and upsetting. I love desired solitude. Oh my God. I love desired solitude. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. Desired solitude. And I love it for the very reasons they have it, peaceful. I talked to I'm sorry, my phone, I'm sorry. Anyway, I can't turn it off right now. Anyway, I talked to a fine brother yesterday. God dog almighty. I want him to join the, have you seen those men? They all got gray hair. They're on TikTok. Fine. Anyway, I was trying to introduce him to somebody, but he said he wanted peace. And I could understand that. A peace. I love the peace. Peace beyond all understanding. Let's go church right here. When you can just be peaceful. You don't have to have a whole lot of people around you. I thought at one time I need to have people around me. I know they were sucking me up, sucking me in. Peacefulness, solitude. What else? Creative. I'm a very creative person. It's a constant with me. Constant. It's constant stuff. It's almost, it could be a curse almost, because I just think of stuff that you just can't believe in, but I could think that fast of stuff. But God blessed me with that. And then restorative. You use peace to restore yourself. Especially when I was ill, 3 cancers. You gotta, that takes some work. That takes some praying. That takes some Bible reading. That takes some oils. That takes a lot of stuff. And so the third one is, it's possible to feel lonely when one has friends they can't quite trust, or a romantic partner they don't feel connected to. Now, if you're in a house with somebody and you don't feel connected to that person, baby, you need to figure out how to get away. Oh my goodness, I can't believe my phone is doing this. I'm sorry. You got to figure out how to get away. I need my phone for something's going on it, so I apologize. But anyway, you got to figure out how to get away. See, I have somebody I want to be in the house with, but I want to be in the house with them. I want to be in the house, where I know they're in the house with me. You don't always have to always be talking or always doing something. But they're in the house with you, just feel good. Now that's a good feeling. You just want to be in the house with the person. They want to be in the house with you. If they know you're in the house with them, they don't care. You be in your room, you do but they know they can just come and touch you, come and kiss you, come and say something to you. That I love that part. Okay, so let's go on with what they said. What else did Gretchen Rubin said. She says, of course, being alone and being lonely aren't the same thing. We know that. Loneliness feels draining. It does feel draining and distracting, upsetting. You know, I want you to be, I want you to be by yourself if you want to, but I want you to be that way because you want peace, because you're creating great pieces of art, or because you're just trying to get your body back together. But I don't want you over there pining away. You need to make some friends, So here's go. 7 types of loneliness, all right? 7 types of loneliness. 1 is new situation loneliness. You just got to a new town, got a new situation, new job. We can all understand that. But baby, make friends. 2, I'm different loneliness. I'm different. Now I'm gonna tell you now, I've been different a long time. Oh, my phone is just running off the hook. Goodness. I've been different a long time. But how can I put it? I've been different a long time. I knew I was different, but I didn't buy into it. I couldn't figure out what it was. But once I found out that the difference was that I'm very creative. I wanted to do things. And so I just decided to like this. So you got to like being different, like who you are, and find some more people. So I went and found the people who are creative like me. I found the people who want to write like me. I found the people who do music like me. Find your people. Find your tribe, baby. No sweetheart. Well, I don't know I'm not going to stay on that. Well, in some cases, people have lost their husbands and spouses and wives and partners. That's sad. I understand that. But those of you that had to let them go and they broke up with you, that is a no sweetheart loneliness. I've been there, done that more than one time. Got 2 or 3 t-shirts. But, it's okay. Fine. Love you. No animal loneliness. We do miss our dog Music. She passed away. We had her 15 years. We haven't bought another dog because we just talk about Music. We just talk about her in the spirit. But I tell you, though, you ought to get an animal. Get an animal. A dog. Oh, ain't nothing like a dog. Not a cat, people. I know. Get a cat. Now, I better say that. Speaking of cat, I'm not going to even do that. Not going there. Not going political on this. So get you an animal. No time for me loneliness. Don't think people don't have time for you. Let people listen. You got new friends. You've been friends for a long time. They doing something else. I got friends that doing something else. But once I hear they doing that thing and they're engrossed in that and they're trying to make something happen, that's all right. Let them go ahead. Come up and say, hey, you still alive? Okay, then go on with what you're doing. Get back to me. That's all right. You get something to do. You don't have enough to do. You worry about what other people are doing. Untrustworthy friends and loneliness. Listen, what did I tell you? I got some frenemies, friends who are enemies. Yes, I do. They untrustworthy all day. How's it go? I could pick them up and couldn't throw them in my mouth. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. And I can't even pick them up. So it's okay. You know who they are. So quit running behind them. Quit being with them. Just go out and phone. Stop it. Get you some new people. It's some more people out there looking for you. It's somebody out there looking for you. Start what did I tell you? I told them people over in England, what did I tell you? In your little hamlet, you need to start a tea party, a hat party, a making jewelry party, a quilting party, a something party. Do that. What is it that you like to do? Whatever it is you like to do, just have that. We do that once a week at my house. Then we do it at your house. Then we do it there. Back in the day, you had car parties and did all that. Start you something. You retired now, start you something. You not retired? You want to join a sorority or fraternity? Do that. You want to join her with the church? Go and volunteer. Give. I promise you, if you start giving, your person will be right there for you. And then quiet presence loneliness. I don't know someone to hang out at home. I do wish I had somebody to hang out at home, but I'm going to have somebody soon to hang out at home, so I don't have to worry about that much longer. But in the meantime, hanging out at home with somebody, that would be nice. Now, the person I want to hang out at home, I don't have that person yet, but I do have somebody to hang out at home. So, I need for you to understand about this loneliness thing. This loneliness thing is something you can get over. You can get over it. It's something you can do. It says here, it's important to realize why we feel lonely. Once you figure out why you feel lonely and really address that, really address it, straight up address it, then when you do that, when you address why you're lonely, then you can figure out how to get past the loneliness. You can get past that. I promise you can. So I'll put in my description this bit who wrote the piece and about loneliness, Gretchen Rubin. When I pull something off the internet, I try to give people credit, because I'm speaking from their work, but I can also talk from Georgia. I don't want you to think I haven't been lonely. Oh yes, and sometimes I get lonely now. But I stop and think about why is it that what is it about me that makes me lonely right there? And then I figure out Georgia didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to go anywhere or whatever it is. I put it back on me and just shake it off, and get right back in it. You got to stay in this world. You got to stay in it. You got to stay on the journey. Don't take yourself off this journey, because you take yourself off the journey, you're going to find yourself off the journey. Don't get off the journey. You got something to do. God gave you something to do. Half of y'all out here not doing anything that God told you to do. Let me say that again, Reno, for the people in the back. Half of you all out there are not doing what God has ordained you to do. And I know what I'm talking about. But that's all right. You ain't got to do it. One thing about it, I can still love you. While you figuring it out, while you messing up, because you messing up, you're messing up. I'm talking to you. Let me tell you something. I love you. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to fight as long as I can to stay right here, to be able to bring you something, bring you what you need to get you out the coffin and keep you on the journey of life in a high, or a certain high. How can you be like me? Oh, somebody said, you talk too much about your cancer. Then you go to another channel. Because I want the cancer people to know that you can be 3 times cancer survivor and still have life. I want the cancer people to know if you don't have no teeth, it's okay. You don't have no hair, it's okay. Whatever it is you don't have, it's okay, because you still got life. You still got something to do. You think I don't want that known? I do. And this is what I really want known. You ready? You ready? I love you. And you can't do anything about it.